Today could have been a really easy day for me to tilt. I had a good trade. We'll kind of go over the reason why it didn't work out. Um, but I didn't tilt. Instead, I took my two losses and I just moved on, right? And sometimes that's just what you have to do. Tilt is always around the corner. No matter how much you think you're done with it, right? If you've had a good streak, no matter how much you've practiced discipline, something can always set you off. And you have to be aware of your triggers. You have to be aware of what's going on in order for you to be able to survive in this game. So before I go over the trade recap, a couple things first. One, just created a Discord yesterday or last night and Sunday night. So please, if you would like, join the Discord. We've already had some good Discord in the Discord channel. Ugh, I keep saying channel. It's not a channel. It's a Discord. Um, so please go and join if you would like to discuss about trading, just talk about life in general, um, share your wins, commiserate over your losses, things like that. We've already had some good chat in there, and I actually want to talk about a little bit of what Short Bus said in the Discord too. So that's the first thing. Link is in the description. Second thing is giveaway ends in a couple days. So please, 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 if you haven't already, I'm giving away free, well technically $50, but free Topstep Combine. Please go sign up for that as well. Link is also in the description as well as the comment section. So let's talk about tilt. It's something I've always dealt with. I've always been very competitive. I've always been someone who wants to win all the time. I love to win. I hate losing. Like this weekend was Pokemon Go battle weekend where you could do like 100 battles a day, right? Normally you could do 25. And I was going so hard on that. And I hated losing. Every single time I lost, I wanted to tweak something. I wanted to change something, right? But in trading, you can't do that. You can't just tweak something just because you lost. You can't just be in the mindset of, oh, every single time that something doesn't work perfectly, I need to change something. That's not how trading works. The thing that was working last month may not work as well this month, and the thing that works amazing right now may not work as well next month. That's just how trading goes. You have to be able to get to the point where you realize and accept that you could have two, three, four, up to 10 trading days where you've lost in a row, right? And there's nothing that you're doing wrong. And a lot of times people think that they're doing something wrong and they want to change something, right? This leads to tilt. If you've lost three times in a row, four times in a row, five times in a row, and you're just so tired of losing, you can easily snap, go on tilt, blow your funded accounts, and it's over, right? And then you're ruining about what just happened. You're upset about what just happened. It's not something we should do as traders, right? Like, I'm not someone here that I'm going to say, oh, I want to be a professional trader. I want to work for a hedge fund. I'm not one of those people, but I want to pay the bills, right? I want to live a good life, a financially free life. And in order for me to do that, I have to represent myself in the most professional way possible. So that kind of goes into what Short Bus put in the Discord. So in the Discord, there's a channel. I am using that term correctly now. There's a channel called Mind Over Market, and in Mind Over Market, I want it to be a place where people share wisdom, quotes, but also too, if you want to vent, you're having a bad day, you're not doing so well. This is where you put it in in that Discord channel called Mind Over Market, right? There's another one called Centurion Highlights. That's different. If you have had a great day, great trade, whatever, whatever, you put that in there. But this one is mostly meant, I guess you can say, for lack of a better term, like psych issues, right? So here he put a quote from the playbook, which I was actually gifted by Hope, from Diary of a Novice Trader. She's a YouTuber as well. Go check out her channel. But in the book, there's a quote that says, "My paradigm of trading was pretty ugly. A frightened, lonely rookie soldier was thrown into a battlefield with only a knife in hand. This is also the image the mass media or lots of trading books paint for us, a dangerous, scary, bloody war zone. I changed the perception of the market from a battlefield into an ocean. I changed my self-image from a rookie soldier to a fisherman. To the fisherman, the ocean is a place he respects, but also a huge resource he can use. Certainly, he knows the ocean is dangerous, so he prepares each trip carefully. But he loves the ocean. He knows what to do when the storm comes. He also knows what to do when the fish come. And that's how we have to act as traders too. And I love that analogy. There's actually another analogy in Stoicism too about um, basically reacting to your emotions. That's a whole nother conversation, but I think it does have to tie with this well. Whenever something bad happens to us, we have to understand that we have a natural response, like an immediate response, and then we also have a choice after that to respond well, right? This is in Stoicism, it's called proto emotions. And in this scenario here, let's say that someone frightens you or scares you, right? You jump, you're scared, but then after that, you're like, all right, it's just my friend. You have no reason to overreact, right? You have a choice to be mad at them and to go off on them or to be calm and be like, hey, like, why'd you do that, right? The same thing goes for trading too. And the same thing goes for my trade today as well. So we'll go over that. I think I got the chart executions on. And what happened here was I took a really good trade. I really love this trade. First, it came in at about 11:20, so I traded New York session today. And I really like this trade. The reason why I like this trade was because of the fact that we had value area low down here. We had current session value area low down here, right? Now, if I were to take off volume profile, you could see that we're ranging, right? But at that time, you could have said that we were bearish. So I could have taken some plays off there. But because we had this nice pivot point down, straight V recovery up to prior day value area low, and then bouncing off prior week value area low, I thought that this would be a really good opportunity to buy, with VWAP being the target. I was only 3 ticks away. 3 ticks away from profit. And you'll see here that I entered, and at the time, my target was at 781, right? My target was 781. I was definitely going to take one off at least and hopefully more at that time if it continued to push. But if it wasn't going to push, I was going to um, take the rest off, right? So that was a mistake from my part. I should have and could have taken some off or moved my stop loss up. But, and this is a funny part too that I'm sure I'll look back on. At this time, at about 12:20, I got a knock on the door, and it was the guy who was supposed to come for our house, our apartment, having a little bit of issues. So I walk away. I was like, oh, we're really close. We're probably going to hit it, right? I can at least take some off here at 781. If it pushes, cool, right? But at least at that point, we've taken some off, set my stop loss to break even, walk away. When I come back, this drop happens. And it's unfortunate, right? And at this point, I jump back in here because I was like, this trade is still valid. But then I end up getting stopped out down here as well, as you can see. Got stopped out here as well. I was like, you know what? That's it. That's the end of the trade. There's nothing I can do. Of course, after that, it goes up and it bounces all the way up here. And I easily could have tilted, right? But I locked my account, right? And I think it's hard because everyone is different. Everyone handles tilt a different way. They handle their emotions a different way. For myself, I know if I remove myself from the situation, I'll be okay. Right? So what I do is if I take two losses, I lock my account. That's exactly what happened today. I took two losses, I locked my account. What also happened is that when I took that first loss, it came down to break even. I reset mentally, right? I was saying in the Discord that you can meditate um, whenever something like that happens. So it's not like, oh, you have to like go to a room, sit down and meditate, but like you just close your eyes, you just think like, okay, cool, like I meditate and then um, you go from there. And basically that's what I did, but I lost here again. I jumped out. I could have held a little bit longer, but I was just like, you know what, it's just not worth it. And then of course it ends up going to my price target and beyond, right? So things like this happen, right? And it's so easy for me to tilt and just be like, go off the rails, and blow my funded account and ruin everything that I've worked hard for, right? My goal is to get another payout from this account, and then if I get another payout from this account, then I don't care about this account anymore, right? I have four other funded accounts that I could trade, and then from there, I hope to start trading 150Ks as well, right? Because that will increase the profits that you gain. But I could have been there today. I could have been one day away from another payout, and I wasn't. But I didn't allow that to ruin myself in a professional manner of trading. The one thing that I also do want to add to that I think Short Bus said, I think he said something along the lines of, imagine if your surgeon would tilted, right? Would your surgeon tilt, right? Like, let's say that he cuts you open and it wasn't as expected. In fact, something similar happened to this, not to me, but a patient I worked with. The doctor was telling me that when he went in to do a total knee replacement, that he was suturing everything back up, and all of a sudden, like he sees his patellar tendon, which is this long tendon that connects in your knee, right? It's super important for like walking and things like that. That tendon was no longer there; it was just off, right? He could have tilted and been like, "What the heck is going on? Why is this happening?" All this other stuff, but he's like, "Oh, that's weird," and he just put it back together, and then obviously kind of changed the way that the patient's going to recover, right? And changed the way the doctor had to do the surgery. But he didn't tilt about that, right? So why should we as traders tilt? If we really want to make it in this game and we want to treat it in a professional manner, how is tilting going to solve our problems? And I think that's the question that we really need to ask ourselves too. So I could have tilted today. I could have been like, oh, I was one day away from a payoff. I just took profits early, right? But we didn't do that. It's very possible that I don't get a payout again from this account. That's possible, right? But we're not going to think about it like that. We're not going to tilt over it. We're just going to be like, we're going to stick to our plan, stick to our rules, trade well, and then after that, do what we need to do in order to continue to be successful. So, but yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Please go join the Discord. Discord is awesome. My girlfriend, Trading Erratically, has done an amazing job with that. I believe that it's a really good space for you guys to speak to each other, share some good ideas as well. Um, and yeah, just be part of the Stoic family, I guess. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in there. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video today. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically.